You all know that we are all souls. These are very, very basic things, of course. And we are not the bodies. Thanks to so many religious groups teaching this. But my question here today is, do we know about ourselves? Who are we? So there are so many questions pertaining ourselves. Actually, before that, as a prelude, I want to show you something. I want to just show you so many things are going on in this world. And there is one thing called NDE. You know what the NDE means? NDE means near death experience. So there are many people who are about to die, but because of whatever the reason, they come back. So in the hospitals, suppose somebody is going with a heart attack. So the soul comes out of the body, and then they see so many things that we cannot see. And because of whatever the doctor is doing to really bring back the life, this soul is sucked back into the body. And they tell whatever they are seeing. And in fact, I was listening to a video where a lady was describing her near-death experience as how she got into an accident and her soul came out. So this is mysterious, very mysterious. So because whatever we see here in this world is only with our material eyes we see. We do not see so many things. We do not even see about ourselves. So she told, she got a glimpse of heaven, where she also met her dead parents. They were all very happy, she said. She also said that they were all playing with the guitars and drums as they used to do when they were living in this world. It's bizarre. She also told that many faceless angels also were all coming. What did they mean by faceless? I don't know. But when the doctors made her body alive back again, in the hospital with some procedures, she was forced to re-enter, and she said she was in the heaven. And she also told that she was actually searching for Jesus Christ. And many NDs were all telling these kind of things. Do you think it is a heaven that she saw? No. Actually, she was in the temporary place called Pitra Loka. Pitra means our ancestors. Pitra Loka means when we all die, leave our body. For some time, we will be there in a heaven-like place. It is not heaven. Jesus Christ is not there. Nobody is there. Only all the dead ancestors are there. So the soul, our soul, the origin, and our journey are all mysterious. Here is a pastor who says that I am the Jesus Christ. So I was there before, and now I have come back again. Do not laugh. But he has many followers.
Can it be true? Is this really Jesus? With all the crazy things happening in today's world?
This is now taking us inside of the church. How does it feel to be Jesus Christ?
He's very happy because it's the job of the Lord.
that was unlike anything I've ever experienced anywhere. The emotion, the spirituality, the realness of it. Now they're dancing around the village with the drum and singing.
Jesus Christ, I said. So you saw the Jesus Christ?
$23 million. That's how much the Catholic Church in New York will have to pay up. Why? For sexually abusing 530 children.
Actually, this news came only 2 days back. This is why Srila Prabhupada said, cheating religions. And Srimad Bhagavatam also says, in the Kali Yuga, almost every religion is cheating religion. Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Dharma projita kaitavo means throw these cheating religions out. How many people have been cheated? And if this is going on as a big business, this is why Lord Krishna said, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma chushaha. He clearly said, throw all these religions out. These religions, just because some prophets comes and then telling from whatever that he is coming from, and he's, based on that, somebody just gets fired up, and they wanted to really make something, some society out of it, and cheating the people. Actually, even very next to door, our door also, there are a lot of problems happened. Anyway, these are all so many books have been actually coming. And have you heard about that? Just few days back, this Srila Prabhupada was poisoned by some of the members there that time. The case was somehow thrown out. Now it's coming back again with new evidences. So it is going for another investigation. So many problems and killings happen in the name of Krishna also. We need to stay away from these groups. So many books are coming out about so many religious organizations and so many split happening we see. Why? That is what we are getting into our topic today. Why do they cheat? All for their personal interest. They want to make so much of money, so many disciples, so many this fame and name and this Kanaka, Kamini, Pradishta, Pagini. All for personal interest. Who are behind these so many religions? It's not God. The God is not behind. It is the evil men and women who are behind. So people get into the religions to make some profit, money and fame, and because of there are 4 defects that Srila Prabhupada always, he used to talk about that in so many details. Brahma, Brahmada, Vipralipsa, Karana, Patava. We covered that in the, I think somewhere, maybe in the last time, illusions or something, I really touched there. But there I was giving only about Pramada. Pramada is illusion. But there are 4 defects. What are these? Human beings make mistakes. That is Brahma, committing mistakes. Then Pramada is illusion. Then Vipralipsa means cheating propensity, exploiting others, and greedy for money, greedy for so many things. We can see how the exploiting is actually killing our earth, in fact. We try to enjoy as much as possible from whatever the earth we get. This is Vipralipsa, cheating propensity. And the Karana, Patava is imperfect senses. We cannot see everything that is happening in this all the dimension. We are seeing only very little. Very little, that's what we are seeing, we are hearing, whatever that is very little than the full truth. So, these four defects are making the people to always cheating others. Only those who do not want the truth, they will be all getting cheated. That is why they vote for a cheating government. Why? You are a cheater. If you are a cheater, you will be automatically putting the vote for the cheating government only. So if you are bad, then the government will be also bad. But then what we do? We just say, government is bad. But actually the problem is you are the one who really selected those as government. So a government is a collective representation of the people. So there is no point in complaining that the government you selected is bad. Anyway, truth is not easy to find. It can come only from the most pure sages. These sages are free from Kanaka, Kamini, Pradishta. So this is why they are all coming as truth. So we have to get the truth only from the authorities. Only from the authorities. But then, authorities mean who is the authentic parampara? Where is the authentic parampara? Yes, actually Krishna consciousness is actually the authentic parampara that is coming. Where we follow Lord Krishna. And so we all come from Lord Brahma. And Brahma Mattva Gaudiya Sampradaya is the very authentic parampara. So our Yuga Acharya, or like our Yoga Acharya, we are all coming under. And also from all the Acharyas in our parampara, Swami Maharaj and all the Bhakti Siddhanta, Saraswati Thakura, these everything, Bhakti Prajnana, Kesho. If we see that these are all completely pure and authentic. So our lineage is so authentic. And that is why we are following their teachings. So today the Harikatha, as I mentioned, is coming from Journey of the Soul. Actually, this 6 series, I was giving that in a federal prison in Butner, that is in North Carolina. So every Thursday I used to go there, and they gave a big hall with so much of audio, video systems and everything. And they were so impressed. You won't believe how successful it was. Yeah, I was really doing for several years, in fact, because of this. They really got so hooked into. And in fact, one of the inmates, in the prison who came out, and he became the first devotee, first disciple actually. He became. So then Gurudev actually was really ordering for more. That is a different thing that is happening. That is all his order. That is it. So Journey of the Soul is basically what we are trying to do. Okay. So today's episode is Who Are We? And our origin. So this is the first one. That is today. Right? Who are we? And our origin. Okay, very simple to understand, but it is also going to go a little more into that so that we can understand more. Very easy for the children also to understand. And the second one will be our nature and relation to God. And the third session will be these material worlds, especially the lower worlds. Then the fourth one is the upper worlds. And then fifth one will be above all, that is the spiritual worlds. And then we'll also have one session about going back to our eternal home. Now coming. Who are we and what is our origin? Episode number 1. So one of the puzzling questions for everyone is, who are we? Who are we? So this is a big question that even if you see, if you try to, because first of all, we do not have time to even go into the detail to find out who we are and where we all come from. And where will we all go after we die? We don't have time to investigate all this. But every religion is trying to give its own perspective. Here we will explore from the door, the deep roots of timeless Vedic wisdom. So what is that? Yes, because we are boasting and we are proud so much about our communication networks. And we say that our infrastructure is very powerful and very sophisticated, and we are even trying to reach out to other worlds. Do you remember, did you hear that? That the Webb telescope, now it is really bringing so much of signals coming from different galaxies, and where it is really made by some living beings. They are telling. I am not telling. NASA is telling. So we are trying to reach even out to all the way very distant worlds which we cannot even imagine. We have WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, phones, messaging, chatting, email, so many things to communicate. With whom? With others. We are so advanced in external and very quick and very fast communications. In fact, you know what is the fastest communication in this world? Is you really tell a secret to a lady and it will be the fastest to really go around everywhere. You cannot beat the speed. It is like a fiber, fiber optics. That's what they say. But here is the very sad thing. We are super excellent in external communications. But are we able to communicate to our own Atma inside? Yes, we read. See, Srila Prabhupada always used to say, you are not the body, you are the soul, you are the soul, you are the soul, you are the... But are we able to communicate to our own jiva, our own soul? We do not know how to communicate to ourselves, our own soul. Arey, you are the soul and you are not able to communicate to your own soul. This is really sad. Isn't it? It's very sad. We are not able to communicate. We are just wondering, what is it? Where are we? Where do we say? Are we in the heart? Are we there? Wherever. Scientists are pulling their hairs like crazy as where this living is going on. And when then something leaves out, everything stops. What is that living? It is the same thing, same body. But just something happened, then everything is dead. What is it? Scientists are not able to provide any answer. And we do not know where does our soul reside. We don't know. But then you go into the Shastra. These scriptures that we are really trying to cover, that's talking about Jivatma and Paramatma. There are two things that are actually in our body, but in a Sushma way. Sushma means it is not really a material thing. It is a spiritual thing which is actually just controlling. It is just spreading all over our body through the Sushma angas. They are called the chakras, nervous system. They are all circles of our concentrated nervous system. They are all called the chakras. We have 7 chakras all the way from bottom to top. This is what these Kundalini, yogis and they all try to really, get into that. For what? To try to find where is this soul? Who am I? And they are in the process. Some identify the soul and some see the very glimpse of Paramatma also, because this Jivatma and Paramatma, They are all in the heart. So heart is the place for the soul, our soul, and along with our soul, there is also someone who is always helping us. What kind of help they are giving? How are you breathing? Are you breathing by, like that? In the night, who is breathing for you? In the night, who is really making your heart also to really keep on going? Even now, who is digesting our food? We just happily eat some nice rasagulla, very nice, and then everything automatically gets digested. Who is doing it? It is Paramatma. So that is why in the scriptures, it is saying that like in the heart, you can think that there are two birds sitting. One bird is called Jiva, soul, that is us. And the other one is also sitting there, that is the Paramatma. Who is Paramatma? Paramatma is an expansion or Amsa of Krishna. Look at these two birds. There is one bird at the left. It is eating. It is trying to eat fruits and this everything. But the other one, the other side bird, it's not eating anything. It doesn't eat anything. So like that, we, the jiva, the soul, is the one who is really trying to eat and to do so many things to try to enjoy. But are we enjoying? No, so many problems are there. Because of the karma that we have been doing in every birth, we are enjoying or suffering depending on our karma that we have done. But whereas the Paramatma is just sitting very quietly, it doesn't get hungry, doesn't eat anything, but it is witnessing what exactly the jiva is doing. People are shooting, people are cheating. Look at here, somebody is saying that Jesus Christ. Maybe it is true, I don't know. But cheating is going on. But all the cheatings, it's a karmic reaction is going to come. Who is going to avoid that problem? It's going to be the Paramatma. And this Paramatma is hiding in us. We cannot really find him except unless you are a yogi, you cannot find Paramatma. We are not able to find ourselves also. So how can we really find Paramatma? So actually Paramatma is God in the form hiding in ourselves. You know why he is hiding? Because we are not seeing Paramatma. We are not seeing Krishna. We are not seeing any of those. Where is God? We don't know. Right? That's the problem. We are just wondering who am I? So this is a situation. But then, because Paramatma wanted to hide, purposely hide. Why? Otherwise, these human beings will be always asking so many things. Oh, this is not, I have done, I want this one, I want that one, I want this, and this is not good, that is not good. So he said, these human beings are so bad, they'll be always complaining and yelling and asking so many things. Let me hide somewhere. But where can he hide? Because he was wondering, if I hide, then these jivatmas, these human beings will not be able to find me. And he found out these jivas will be always looking outside only. Look at here, WhatsApp, Gmail, WhatsApp, Facebook, these all kinds of things. They always look outside only. They will never look inside. Who am I? Never. They will never look into who am I. No. Okay, then that's a way. That's a clue. He said, just hide inside this heart. He is not going to look there. But the yogis are looking. So these yogis want to know. We don't care because we are ignorant. We don't know who we are. So the yogis are so interested in knowing this God. We in the form of Paramatma. And they know, hey, don't look outside. You are looking in the wrong direction. You have to look inside. So they know. This is what they do, meditation, and they do all the mantras and so many chanting they do. Then finally, because of the meditation, then we see. That brings the question as, who am I? Who am I? It is said that one Socrates was walking into a crowded marketplace. He accidentally bombarded with the police officer. The police officer yelled at him, "Who are you, man?" The Socrates is a very high philosopher. He just answered, "Oh, officer, that is what I am also trying to find for many years. If you know who I am, please tell me." So who are you? You may say, "I am Bob Smith." Huh? That is your name. Who are you? "I am the son of some Greg Smith," or whatever you want to say. That is your relation. Who are you? You say, "I am a doctor." No, that is your profession or designation. Who are you? "Oh, I am a man," or "I am a woman." No, that is only a temporary in this life. Who are you? I am an Indian, or I am an African. No, that is your race or country. Who are you? "I am this body." No, none of them are correct. You are not this body. So then another question comes, where did we all come from? Where were we residing before? All of a sudden, we are being born here in this country, and sometimes miserable countries like Nigeria, and look at here, what did we plan? Did I plan that I will be actually born in these countries, some horrible countries? And the scientists say that we are just a biological product by accident. They say accident. They say that after our body winds down, we simply cease to exist. There is nothing. There is nothing after that. Are we really made by accident, mixing some chemicals? Are we just a product from this acid or this whatever the chemicals? No. We have to use our intelligence to explore and understand. But we need spiritual eyes to see all these facts. With our limited material eyes and senses, we cannot see the truth. Only great sages have seen the truth, and they have given the knowledge. Vedic Shastras and saints all say that we are all jivas, the souls. And the jivas are living everywhere. Wherever you see all jivas, you go out and then, dig some, sand or something, there also you have jiva. Some worms will be there. Look at even some of the forests we have never seen. Look at the kind of snakes that are completely occupying. So do we want to be like this? So even in our own body, so many bacteria are there. They are jivas. On the very air that we breathe, there are so many bacteria. It is also said that in our own blood, we have so many jivas that can populate an entire planet. Everyone has that. This is what actually, in a way, related to the Tadastha jivas. Tadastha jivas are in everybody's blood. So then, depending on how he is programmed, he is getting into the womb and then getting into the body. This is the Tadastha that is represented in the physical world. And how many jivas are there? Unlimited jivas are there. And you and me are just a few of them. And where do the jivas live? Jivas are everywhere, as I mentioned. Wherever there is a living condition, jivas will be there. And the Shastras say that there are unlimited jivas, and also similarly, there are unlimited planets. We, the soul, have been wandering throughout the universe. We go from one planet after another, living as different species. So many species are there. And we are wandering with different kinds of bodies. Just because we cannot see other planets and we cannot really go there, we cannot say there is nothing other than this earth. All the Vedic scriptures say that there are billions and billions of worlds. Even they are in different dimensions. In our own Brahmanda itself, there are 14 levels of worlds in our own Brahmanda, arranged in 7 planes. How many Brahmandas are there? Unlimited, they are all coming from the pores of Mahavishnu. And what kind of forms these jivas can take? Oh, so many, 8.4 million kinds of species. So that means in this birth, we somehow got a human body. But that does not mean that if we really miss the chance of going back, we can end up ending up in having any of these forms. Worms, animals, so many pigs and cats and dogs and cats. See? In fact, actually in Bhatagiri temple, actually there is a dog. That dog is called Keshava. Look at here. Look at him. He's very fortunate though. So how many of you are going to be born like that and end up in actually be in a temple? See? You see, we'll be all lost. So now the scriptures say that, what did it saying now? Jalaja Navalakshani Stavara Lakshavimsati Krumayo Rutra Sangyakaham Pakshinam Dasalakshanam Trimsal Lakshani Pasavaham Chadurlakshani Manushaha. There are 900,000 kinds of aquatics. They live in the sea and all the water. I am not saying scientists are now, they are wondering how somebody counted already because there are so many they are inventing. There are 2 million kinds of trees and plants and 1.1 million kinds of insects and reptiles and 1 million kinds of birds, 3 million kinds of 4-legged beasts and 400,000 kinds of human species. If you start counting all these, 8.4 million kinds of species, in taking these kind of bodies, we are all wandering all over the universes, and luckily we have got this rare, the most rare human birth. But we are trying to waste this as dogs and cats. This is where all the sages are coming. Because God will give sometimes one opportunity that is, saying, all right, so let me give a human form so that he can come back to me rather than suffering here. But are we taking use of this opportunity? No. We are also living like cats and dogs. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. This is the thing. By the way, there is something. Also, people say that, I am not saying, a lot of scientists are saying, Darwin, who actually took this particular, found this from Padma Purana of our scriptures, and he hypothesized his evolution theory based on this idea. But actually, according to him, the evolution is actually physically, he's saying. No, it's not like that. Jiva always is free. He can actually get into any of the species. So this is his hypothesis. But anyway, what is the real source of jivas? Okay, now we are getting into some more philosophy inside. So, well, this is another thing that we will ponder today. As per the Vedic Shastras, it all goes back to the Supreme Lord. He is actually the real source. But how can we understand this fact? Every living being is a soul. Plants, insects, birds, animals, human beings, they are all souls. Some religions may say, oh, only human beings have soul, and animals do not have soul, so that you can kill and eat them. This is what is going on. This is what is going on. This is why they say they don't have soul. Scriptures, no. So, meat means what? Me eat and eat me. I will eat today, you, and then tomorrow you eat me in the next life. So this is the law of karma. So every jiva can be there in any of these 8.4 million kinds of species. And just because some jivas happen to be birds or animals or insects and plants, we cannot really know. You cannot just harm them. Only thing is, the plants they do not have the nervous system developed, and that also we are eating the fruits and vegetables like that. So because they don't have any pain, whereas insects more pain, birds more pain, animals more pain, human being more pain. That is why if we kill somebody, you will be hanged. You will be punished because that is the most developed the nervous system. Okay. So, but they are all souls, but they are all in different conscious levels. That is related to their pain index. So that is why we should not kill any of these birds, animals, and things like this. Anyway, all right. So until 1950, you won't believe, where according to the Christianity, women did not have soul either. Until 1950. Then the women's rights organization came very high. Then the Vatican got really so panicked. And they really got a big meeting right there. It happened 1950 somewhere, July. There is a date also. And they rewrote the Bible because the Bible has been rewritten 63 times. 63 times. And they through the old version of the Bible, they said, yes, now women also have soul. So until 1950, women did not have soul according to Christianity. So only after that, they really got declared that, oh, you also have soul now. So, what kind of knowledge is this? But still they say that animals and birds do not have soul. Look at here, still it's not perfect. Why they say this? Otherwise, how can they kill and eat the animals? Bible says, thou shall not kill. But they do not follow it, but they kill animals. So it is not only human who have souls, every living being has soul. So what is the souls of all the jivas? It is Lord Krishna. So now coming from Lord Krishna, we all emanated and occupying so many Brahmandas. Now, how big is our soul? And Vedic scriptures say that it is so tiny that we cannot even see our own soul. Take a very tip point of our hair, divide that into 10,000 parts, and take one of them, and divide that again into 10,000 parts. You can't even see anything. That is the size of the soul. Can we see? We cannot see. It is just because it is spiritual. That why this analogy is given is you cannot see. That's what it is. So souls are like the tiny fire sparks from a huge blaze, as you see. It's all part of the fire. We are all part of the fire like that. Huh? But it doesn't have that much energy as the Lord. Big fire will, if you go near, your shirt will be just burned. But if a small fire particle, just lands on your shirt, it makes only a hole and dies. Because it doesn't have more power. So like that, we have less power. We all came from Krishna, who is the largest power. So then what is our nature? What is our nature? Most of the jivas actually came from a region called Tadastha. Tadastha means it is neither spiritual nor material. It is in between, where Mahavishnu is just lying and creating so many Brahmandas. So he is Tadastha, and those jivas coming from the belly of Mahavishnu are called the Tadastha jivas. And what is our position? When we come out, it doesn't mean that we were not there before. We were all there all the time. But when we came out, we had two options: to look up the spiritual sky or look at the material side. Unfortunately, some jivas looked at the material side to try to enjoy without Krishna. So we all came from Krishna, and our Swarupa is what? What is our nature? We are actually servant of Krishna. That was how the jivas are made of. Jivera Swarupahaya Krishnera Nitya Dasa Krishnera Tadastha Sakti Beda Abeda Prakasha. So the original nature of jiva is to be an eternal servant of Krishna. That way we're happy. It's like our brain and the finger. What happened? Under the control of the brain only the finger works. The brain says you move and then moves. It's not that finger says command the brain. The same way, the soul is Krishna and we are subordinate under him. And what is our role? To be servant of. Like the finger is the servant of the brain. So the same way, we are the servant of Krishna, then everything is fine. If the finger tries to become a brain, then it will be big chaos. Big problem comes there. Okay? And jiva is a part and parcel of the Krishna and also manifestation simultaneously one and also different from the Lord. How is that? By quality, because he also has love and affection. He also has lot of qualities. We also have some many of the qualities we have, but very little extent. He's a mountain and we are like a dust. That's the only difference. As I mentioned that about a big fire and the spark. The sparks are like the jivas, and the big fire, that is big, very big fire is like Krishna. Just to now something more into this, to understanding. To understand more about this one, we have to start from the souls, that is Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna has three kinds of energies. Energies means Saktis. So one is called Swarupa Sakti. Swarupa Sakti means his own internal energy. This is what he is using to come as expansions. Okay, that also we will see. Then the second one is called Jiva Sakti. That is the Tadastha Sakti, which is basically predominant in the belly of Mahavishnu. That is the Tadastha. It's actually part, all coming from Krishna only. Then the third one is Maya Sakti. All these material worlds, everything manifested from his Maya Sakti. That is Jada. Jada means material. Jada means there is no consciousness. See, Swarupa Sakti is Lord himself. The Jiva Sakti is actually also consciousness, but quality-wise same, but quantity-wise very small, right? We are small, but he is big. That's the only difference. That's what it's called tadastha. Tadastha means in between. In between. So not fully, not fully, we are not Krishna. At the same time, we are not Jada either. So we are in between. That's where tadastha comes there. And also Lord Krishna has two kinds of spiritual expansions. Remember, I told about the internal energy. So that internal energy again, you can have two kinds of spiritual expansions. One is called Swamsa, other one is called Vibhinnamsa. Swamsa, Vibhinnamsa. What are they? The Swamsa is his personal expansions. He is really coming as avatars and avatars and avatars. Then the separate expansions are again for his Leela. He is also doing his own expansion. I will actually talk about that, okay, as we go. So let us see the Swamsa. What is the Swamsa is? Swamsa is his internal, one of the two internal energy. One is the Swamsa. What is the Swamsa? This is where the Goloka chart that we used to see. That Krishna is coming as Balaram. Then also Mula Sankarshan and Maha Sankarshan. Then Mahavishnu that we talked about that is the Tadastha where the Jivas are actually coming out. Tadastha Jiva, not all the Jivas. Okay, Mahavishnu. Then Garbhodadhai Vishnu where these, Brahmanda, the 14 levels of planetary systems are all in his, the umbilical cord-like structure, and then Brahma is on the top. So that is Garbhodadhai Vishnu. Then Kshiropadhai Vishnu is the Paramatma that we just talked about some time back. There are three kinds of Vishnus. What are those? Mahavishnu, Garbhodadhai Vishnu, and Kshiropadhai Vishnu. Balaram is the first expansion. Then the Mula Sankarshana. He is the one who is really going to occupy Dwaraka, Madura, and Ayodhya in the spiritual dimension. Mahasankarshana, he is the one who manifested all the Vaikunta planets, and he is also the source of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva always meditates on Lord Sankarshana. People say that, Lord Shiva is all the way high. No, it's not. Lord Shiva is actually came from Mahasankarshana. Then Mahavishnu, we talked about that. He is the one who is breathing so many unlimited Brahmandas where these jivas coming from his belly, they're all occupying there. And we all belong to here. See, like bubbles, he is actually manufacturing so many Brahmandas. Then comes the Garbhodadhai Vishnu. This is Mahavishnu, expands as Garbhodadhai Vishnu, and one for each Brahmanda. And he creates the Brahma, as I mentioned, from the umbilical cord. Kshirodhai Vishnu is actually, he enters into every atom. He is everywhere. And also inside the jivas, in the heart, along with the jiva, he is residing that as Paramatma. He is the one who is breathing, taking care of things, and all digesting our food, and making the heart to really beat, and so they're all living everything. He is the one who provides. We are not. We are not really just doing ourselves. So anyway, then now come into the Vibhinnasa. Vibhinnasa is actually, this is the jiva expansions. Remember that this is, right? One is Swamsa, then Vibhinnasa. Vibhinnasa means that jivas, there are different kinds of jivas actually. It's not just us. So in the spiritual world, so when they really come from the associates of Goloka, there are jivas also there. Okay, and then associates in Madura and Dwaraka, they serve Lord Krishna there. Then also jivas in Vaikunta also, they really serve Lord Narayana there. Then the material worlds that you see in red, so jivas in heavens and higher lokas, jivas in the middle lokas including earth, and jivas in the lower lokas also, and also hells, they are suffering because of the karmas. That we will be seeing in the different episodes as we go through. All right. So this is just a guideline. Now, these jivas or not actually, sometimes they are not really like jivas for us, as ourselves. They are associates. They are in a different category. So whoever is coming from, so whatever Swamsa is, Baladeva, Mula Shankarshana, Maha Shankarshana, Maha Vishnu, like that, I put many of them. But jivas or associates are coming from only these four forms. From Baladeva, who is the first expansion from Lord Krishna, who comes out? Associates in Goloka, they really come out. So they straight away go there, and then they are serving Radha Krishna there, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. They are all coming from Baladev. Then Mula Shankarshan, that is also another Swamsa expansion, that is a personal expansion. They are also associates coming. They are all serving Krishna, Dwarakishwara in Madura and Dwaraka. Then the third is Maha Sankarshana. So Maha Sankarshana also jivas are coming. They straight away go to Vaikuntha only. But there are now the Mahavishnu is the strangest thing. Why? From Mahavishnu, when the jivas are coming up, they are called Tadastha jivas. They can look upside or downside. So that's why you see two arrows there. So one arrow saying that they look up and they get into this under the influence of Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya belongs to spiritual world. And then when the jivas, because of their freedom, they really have a desire to enjoy these nasty things. So they look down, and now Mahamaya actually catches them. And then he is now forced to be born in this earth. Unfortunately, many of us actually landed here because we looked down. Okay, understand now? And now it's taking the jivas then, more, you can categorize into two categories, right? Mukta jivas, that is spiritually liberated. They never fell down. And Baddha jivas, conditioned. Because they wanted to have the desire to enjoy this world. That is why they are all here, Baddha jivas. What do? What exactly Mukta jivas, their nature is? They do not want any wealth or money or fame or this or this. They are not like that. They are always serving the Lord all the time. Yeah, so their quality wise, they are totally different. And Baddha jivas who really fell down and took the dive down and fell down, they are materially conditioned and caught by Mahamaya, who is called Durga Devi, who is in charge of all the material worlds. We are caught by her, by the noose, and she is now controlling us, in fact. He is the jailer. We are in the jail. And why? Because she is now training us by giving so many problems, so many problems, because sometimes we use this and sometimes beats and so many. So this world is, we know that it's a Dukkalaya. Krishna says, every saint says, everybody. If we think that it is actually, in the beginning it may look like, because children will be always playing, enjoying. But that's not the reality. As you go, you will understand everything is problem in this world. But the jivas are struggling in this one, trying to really, take so much of wealth and money and that, wealth, health, fighting for all the kind of things, lust, greed, and, lust, anger, greed, and all kinds of, bad qualities, but the jivas get in there. But whereas spiritually liberated, they are always pure and free. They are always trying to be always with the Lord, serving the Lord. Okay? So even though the Baddha jivas also came from, they also came from Lord Krishna only. How come they are suffering in the material worlds? Even though all jivas come from Lord Krishna as the eventual source, Lord Krishna has given freedom to jivas to decide. This is where we have a problem. If the jiva wants to serve Krishna and eternally happy forever, they will go up. Or want to enjoy independently away from Krishna in the material worlds, This is what the Krishna Buli Jai Siva Anadir Bahir Mukha Atayeva Maya Tare Deya Samsara Dukha. These Baddha Jivas who is averse to Krishna has been preoccupied with the external potency since time without beginning. Consequently, Krishna's deluding potency, that's what Maya. Maya Devi is Durga Devi. Because of her, we got into the jail. She is giving misery after misery in the form of this birth and death and disease and old age, death. This is happening again and again until we are fried enough to see that, I am in a bad place. I don't want to be here again. Oh, what can we do? What can you do? Then some saint comes, some guru comes and then saying, you chant, you do this one, get out of this material existence, come. But are we listening? It is up to us. But for those who really still want to suffer, what happens there? Mahavishnu is keep on creating world after world. Because he is trying to facilitate a place where you can really, get punished, in fact, so that you realize yourself, this is Dukkalaya. Isn't it? So Mahavishnu is just in the dreaming, kind of a dreaming. He is actually making so many Brahmandas because so many jivas are really like this falling down. In fact, only if we say approximately to compare 100% of all the jivas, only maybe 5% will be falling down. All the 95% they are intelligent. They are intelligent. They really went back and they are happily serving there. They will never see these material worlds at all. So Bhatta jivas are in the dream of Mahavishnu. And we are trying to enjoy like being in a fantasy world here. But we are ignorant that this world is only full of suffering. Why should Mahavishnu do this dream? Because to facilitate the Bhatta jivas to enjoy in his dream. But it is not enjoyment. So we, the Bhatta jivas in the material worlds, are in big illusion. That dream or whatever that we are living is not real. When we leave the body, we will know, oh my God, this is not real. I was being trapped into something. Oh my God, what did I do? So this is actually, we are in the dream. Some fantasy dream we are in. So this is what the illusion is. Look at these figures. Some people may see that there are actually two people facing each other. But actually it's not. It is just a vase. Like this, we got into the illusion. This illusion, thinking that these material worlds are going to be enjoyable. We try to exploit here. And are we happy? Nobody has ever been happy here. Why? Because it is not our nature to be here. Our nature, original nature, is to be with Krishna in the spiritual world all the time. That is our nature. Like the finger. We are supposed to be just obeying him. With him. Whatever he says, you do that. This is how we are supposed to be. But the finger is trying to become the brain. Then Krishna says, you cannot do it here. I will facilitate. I will make your, this kind of material world. You go there and then try to do your gimmicks, whatever you want to do. So by this, then because of that, Maya catches up. Maya means what? Illusion. Because what is illusion? I am not the enjoyer. Krishna is the one who controls me. Krishna is the enjoyer. I am only subordinate. I am servant. And by serving him, I am getting more happier than Krishna. This is the secret. But because of the illusion that we got, I want to enjoy away from Krishna. Oh, Krishna is a master here. I want to be a master also. Then you cannot do it in the spiritual world. Because spiritual world, only Krishna is the master. So he said, okay, I will create some place. You go, you try to become a master. But because of your nature, you cannot be happy there. This is why we are getting into this. He says this Dukkalaya. And what we think? Hey, I'm happy to be a cat, a dog, a worm, or a pig, or a man, or a woman. And when the jiva gets a man body, oh, I am a man. Man is great. Then become a woman body. Oh, woman is always the best. Man is not good. Like, look at it. It's all illusion. A jiva is not a man, not a woman. You are not a dog. You are not a worm either. But because you really fell down, you try to enjoy away from Krishna, which is not natural for you as a jiva. This is why the suffering is coming. And you fall down as Bhatta jivas. So with these illusions, feel that I am the body, I am a man, woman, cat, dog, pig, and so on. We are born in so many worlds. And doing the same thing, same nonsense. Our diary from the beginning is very simple. I was born, I worked, I died. I was born, I worked, I died. I was born, I worked, I died. Basically, you copy and paste. Repeating the same thing again and again and making millions of times. That's what the millions of births that you have been taken. But somebody has to wake you up from this illusion. But you are not waking up. And sometimes you are really, you are pretending to be sleeping. Then nobody can wake you up. So somebody has to really give a big shot. Or you need to take a full bucket of water and then splash on you. Otherwise you are not getting awakened. So those who really come to wake you up, they are the Mukta Jivas, liberated souls. They are coming as gurus. And they are really trying to take you up. That is what all our 6 Goswamis, they all came to wake us up. It is not for their personal interest they came. They all came to tell us that we have to come out of this Maya. But we, again and again, we are falling into the ditch of Maya more and more. We do not hear these saints begging us to chant. Instead, we become more and more entangled in Maya. And the power of Maya is very strong. Some even say, I don't mind being born again and again. It's okay with me. These are number one fools, idiots. What is the guarantee that you will be always born as human being? As I told you, there are 8.4 million kinds of species. Even if we get a human form, this world is full of suffering, dukkhalaya. Even on this earth, we see so many kinds of living beings. They are very real. Bacteria, E. coli, worms, maggots from meat, even worms inside intestines. Look at the picture. You know what you are seeing? That somebody is actually pulling out spaghetti or something? It's not spaghetti. It is actually from in their intestine. There were so many worms. And finally, they had to cut the thing and open and then pull out all the worms inside the intestine. This happened in actually one of the African country only. It's not spaghetti that you see. It's a real worms on the operation table. Will you be interested in becoming one of those worms inside someone else's intestine? Think about it. So if you want to put an end to the sufferings of birth and death, it is time that you had slept enough. You have to wake up. Come on, wake up souls. Wake up. You had been sleeping on the lap of Maya for a long time. When one realizes and wakes up, then they are on the path of mukti or liberation. No more birth, no more death, no more bondage with material worlds. Always free and live happily in the spiritual world. But what is the sadhana? What exactly that we should do?
They
Bhaja Govindam. Regularly recite from Gita, Bhagavatam. Meditate on Govinda in your heart. And chant his holy names and sing his glories. Take delight to be with the noble and holy people. Distribute your wealth and in charity to the poor and the needy. Here what happens? Even his own guru comes, nobody gives any dakshina. Useless. Whatever the Harikatha they hear, totally useless. Nothing is going to really get into it. No use at all. Because we don't follow scriptures. We only want to keep the money. Why another, why another $5? Somebody you had to go, $5 going out. This is how the problem is. So we are more and more into becoming Baddha Jivas. More and more deep. And Lord Gauranga is calling. Wake up, sleeping soul, wake up. Wake up. How long will you sleep in the lap of the bitch called Maya? You have forgotten the way of devotional service and are lost in the world of birth and death. I have descended just to save you. Other than myself, you have no friend in this world. I have brought the medicine that will wipe out the disease of illusion from which you are suffering. Jiva jago, Gaura chande bole, Kota nitra jao maya, Pisachi rakole. You are caught, you are sleeping on the lap of a pisas. Who is that pisas? Pisas means ghost. Maya Devi, who is that? Durga Devi. But instead what we do, we go and then ask Durga Devi, we do special puja, asking for more, these, more and more. Will you be ever able to really get up, wake up from this sleeping? So what we should do? Hare Krishna. If we do that, then, but I have a problem. I can't chant. This is a problem. So now you decide. You want to be born, born again and again, and then into getting more and more deep into this miserable world. It is up to you. It is up to you. This medicine is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give this medicine. But how many are willing to take the medicine? This medicine is not, it's not, you don't have to pay anything. It is free. But we don't take it. This is the biggest illusion in this world.